Hey boys, welcome to my first online game of Rugby League Live 4. Now the funny thing is I've actually wanted to start an online type series or just playing online matches a while ago, but my PlayStation Plus membership thing expired and I pretty much just kept putting off actually paying for it again. So finally today I did it because I did want to start playing online because I wanted to see how it is, because you know, in previous games like Rugby League Live 3, honestly I could not stand online in that game. There's too many cheesy garbage tactics to use and it was just very frustrating. But playing their first game here, of course I was going to pick the Broncos. You know, they're my team and they're also good in the game, so I'm not hampering myself too much. But Lace 9 kid here, he picked the Storm, so it's a pretty good derby here, good grudge match, I guess. But yeah, the Storm, good side. He starts off pretty strongly there with Cameron Munster. But I do have, so I played 2 games. My second game I'll upload it as well because it's actually a pretty decent game as well. But my early impression is that online is pretty solid. Like this one thing here, right here, is confusing me. Both games I've played, when I'm on defense like this, as you see, the camera goes really close. Now I don't know, does this just happen online, or is it because it's the camera angle that the players I was using? Is it because of that? Like I have no idea why, but it kept zooming in as soon as I was on defense. I was actually going to go into settings and have a look because it was really pissing me off. But obviously I didn't get a chance to go into the settings. But when I'm in attack, like the camera angle is my standard one. So I don't know if anyone knows why that happens. Like my hunch is that yes, it's because of that's the camera angle that the guy I'm playing on is using, and that, you know, that would make sense, I guess. But it is fairly annoying. You'll see it happen pretty much every time I'm on defense. But yeah, we're finally getting the ball here. But yeah, the couple of games I've played, this first game was a pretty good introduction. Like there was barely any lag. Like it felt really smooth. Like it was actually like fairly similar to playing offline. Obviously a little bit, there's obviously going to be a touch like delayed, or a touch like, you know, not as fluent. But right here he tries to race up out of the line. I'm pretty sure it would have been an offside penalty, but the high tackle did eventuate as well. So we're going to get an early chance to attack. I was a little worried because he made pretty good meters off his first set, but this game is a lot about field possession or field position and controlling possession. So getting a penalty early up here, he tries to race out of the line again. Not a good tactic in Rugby League Live 4, but you know, hopefully we can do something here as we try to set up for an inside play. Milford onto Boyd, back on the inside. No, Boyd got the ball on the inside. I love that. That inside play is a little hard to pull off, but it looks really slick. And as you see, like the game just looks really smooth here. There's a good ball there to Matt Gillette. Looking pretty good. Like he's shooting out of the line, so we're trying to exploit the holes he's leaving in the defenses. Maguire gets it onto Hunt, trying to get the inside play. Thought it might have been intercepted, but yeah, the online feels pretty good. Also, just the general gameplay, the couple of games I've played, it just doesn't seem as cheesy. Like I feel like the online could be something I do quite a bit. As we try a little grub there, a little laggy with Ben Hunt getting tackled, but Jesse Bromwich unfortunately is going to get a little half line break there, make 20 meters, but not a bad little first attacking set, as once again the camera is going to start zooming in here on defense, which it makes it hard in defense. Honestly, he's trying to shift it out here to Tonamapaya in the centers. We have I didn't really go through the lineups, but they're both pretty standard. I was happy that he didn't have some custom team, as Addo Carr makes a line break. Gotta be careful with the Storm as he tries to spread it wide like this. You know, it was a tactic fairly useful in Rugby League Live 3, not as so much in this game. And again, just trying to play that hot potato footy. It's gonna come back to bite you more often than not. But you know, shout outs to the guy I was versing. You know, he didn't seem like he tried to play really cheesy or anything like that. And it was a good match here. But again, he's gonna give away the penalty. Just trying to race up a little quickly there. So you know, a little lucky with the penalties early, but you know, we're playing just smart footy at the minute. Not I wasn't trying to trying to do too much. Just like I said, just trying to play smart, let him make the errors, and then just control the game. That was my game plan going into this, and it sounds very simple, but a lot of times in online you might get a little quick to sort of try to get the points. As Milford here, beautiful dummy and go. He shrugs off Slater, but the scramble there stops him just before the try line. As Gillette back on the angle, struggling towards the try line, gonna get held up. We're so close. Thankfully, they actually called the held up, so we're going to get back to the 10-meter line, which makes it a lot more easy to attack as we get it on to David Mead on the wing. Just this close to the try line, it is pretty difficult to actually score, but that is nice quick hands by Gillette onto Blair. He sort of, once again, just sort of came out of the line a little bit, left a big hole there, didn't fill it in. Adam Blair is going to score the first try. I felt pretty good 30 minutes into the game. Getting the points on the board is always a bonus, because I'm pretty sure online it's just default to 5-minute halves, so it goes pretty quickly. But a nice ball there, Gillette. The quick hands, I just saw the hole open up and just trying to get it away. But the other thing I noticed about online, it was less, because playing against the AI can be somewhat frustrating. I'm sure people have noticed this, but playing against an actual person, a lot less frustrating, because the big hits, I think I don't know if we were going to see, I don't think there's one big hit in this game, and then the second game I play, there's maybe one or two, so the big hits are a lot less frequent, and in the second game you'll see when I upload it, but I try to, just for like a few minutes, I actually went for like a lot of big hits, and I pretty much got bumped off every time, so I don't know, it just seems like online here, the big hits are just, you can't really pull them off as easy, which is good. I enjoy that quite a bit. As it's gonna look like a 6-0 halftime score unless we can pull something out here. Once again, race out of the line. Not the wisest of decisions, just leaving a hole here. But the time is gonna run down pretty quickly. We get on to Corey Oates back on the inside to Carr, who just looking for Sang, but pretty solid defense at the minute from him. But I've been thinking of a few like series I can do with the online. Is a good kick here. Just playing, like I said, playing smart, playing for that field position, just trying not to make errors in our half, and just kicking early is a good tactic, and just trying to make the defense cause the errors on him. But once again, the zoom in, I would love to know why that is happening. If that, I don't know why someone would play on this camera angle if that's the reason, but I'm not too sure. As we're going to go into the break here, unless he can do something here. Cameron Smith gets a low ball onto Kenny Bromwich, back onto Kronk, throwing it around there, but we're able just to hold our ground, not make any silly decisions in defense, and make the tackle. As half time here, and a solid half time as we look to make a couple of subs. It's a little, I didn't want to make like subs on the go, but we bring Glenn on for I think it was for Thigh Day, so not making too many substitutions in this first online match, especially on the fly. I just wanted to focus on the game and not. Honestly, I really wanted to win our first match here. I feel like I definitely played the better in that first half, and unfortunately for Lace Kid, he's going to give us a golden opportunity, just kicking it out on the full there. And I noticed that as well, as I go for this kick, the the bar swings really quickly online, so I'm not sure like what the difficulty is like set to online, but it caught me off guard a little bit, and maybe that, this is probably like one of his first games as well, so just the quickness of the kickoffs and the kick to touch has sort of caught us off guard. But I do get a golden opportunity as we set up for an inside play here, looking to pick up Darius Boyd on the inside, and he no real room to move there, but just trying to fire those early shots there. As Milford, beautiful ball onto Matt Gillette, and that is gonna be a beautiful try to start the second half. That's just great stuff. Anthony Milford, the soft hands, beautiful stuff. And Gillette 1-on-1 just shrugs off the forward there. I think it was a Sofa Solomona, but and I'll talk about this for a second. Like, people complain about the passing being too slow and loopy. But the passing being a little slower, I actually really like, because it makes plays like that, like your short balls, a lot, not so much easier, but they just look smoother. Like, in previous games, the passing was always like, bullet passes all the time. But in this game, because it's a little slower, and I think more realistic, those sort of short, inside passes and little passes off the shoulder like that, they actually work really well. And, your play is not going to like overrun it, or the pass isn't going to go off. One thing, you might have heard it in the background. I got the game sound pretty low, but one thing in online is the penalty. The ref blows you'll just hear the penalty whistle, or the referee's whistle constantly through the game, which it caught me off guard a couple of times. Like, I sort of just stopped playing for a second as Milford here looking to go for a 40-20, and we're gonna nail it. So this second half, poor old Lace Kid, he kicked it out in the full, and he hasn't seen the ball for the first 10 minutes here. We've just played perfect footy as Corbin Sims gets around one, but nothing he could really do. As again, we set up for this inside play. Anthony Milford back onto Boyd. Good defense up the middle there though. But yeah, the referee like blowing the whistle as we do see one big hit there, the big forward on Ben Hunt racing out of line, but thankfully we did not drop it as right here close to the line. A little bit sloppy in attack, just got to try to find a bit more structure. That's not structure, that's sloppy again, but Corbin Sims gets a little late offload, almost scoring, but last tackle here. Gonna look to throw it back to Ben Hunt. A very slow play the ball, and we're gonna line up the field goal. Unfortunately, he gets charged down, and he's away here with Dale Finucane, who bumps off Boyd, but is tackled by Ben Hunt. Yeah, just very, very solid this game. I as you see, not many mistakes at all. I don't think we have made a single mistake. But what was I talking about? I was talking about the penalty being blown. I saw a few people talk about that, which definitely is just like a little glitch that obviously will be patched out when they inevitably do one patch for the game. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. It just sort of, you just gotta get used to it, I guess. It can be a little off-putting when you first hear it, but that's alright. As again, he tries to swing it wide to his strike players, and apparently he came off our play a little. I thought a little hard done by to get the 6 to go there, but we've had all the ball this half. It's Cameron Munster, definitely a danger man. We do have to watch out for, the Storm have some strikes, so I think we've done pretty well to actually limit some line braces right there. I think actually right there I was trying to do some big hits, and as you saw, just getting bumped off. So the big hits seem to be a lot less effective online, which, like I said, is good as Adokar gets the offload. Cooper Cronk, but once again, just solid defense, covering those offloads well. Once again, the zoom in camera is pretty hard to defend against, but that's right. We can adjust. We can adjust here. As our 4 tackle, done pretty well so far. I'd love to keep him scoreless here. Cameron Munster looking to go himself once again. He's probably been their most dangerous. He hasn't really got Billy Slater involved too much, and right here, last tackle, he's going to squander it a little bit, getting it out to Vunivalu on the wing, and just a simple changeover. So pretty happy with that defense. That was the first set of 6 he had in this whole second half, I'm pretty sure. So very, very happy to actually show that we can defend, not just control possession. As few more minutes to go in this game. It's going to go pretty quickly. Like I said, the 5-minute halves as a default, as Jordan Kahu there gets swamped. But we'd love to finish off on a high note as Adam Blair gets it onto McCulloch, shrugs off one. Billy Slater over on the play there, but no real support up the inside as we look to go for an inside play here. Boyd up the middle, steps around them, is going to beat Billy Slater, but he's going to get tackled by Cooper Cronk there. It would have been a beautiful try to finish, but not to be, as we're going to spread it back to Ben Hunt, looking for the kick again. It's not a bad kick. James Roberts is going to get hold of it, but they are going to do well to stop the try. So a couple little opportunities there to really push this game out and finish on a high, but we've done pretty well. Adokar making a line break right there. That's saying, you've got to watch the wingers and the good centers out wide. One-on-one is always tricky, but beautiful shot right there, David Mead. We do pull off one big hit. He was just, throwing the ball around a bit too much at the end. Obviously looking just to score a point. Like he needs to score tries, so it's the right thing to do. But just lined him up, absolutely nailed him. And we're going to get one last chance here to potentially get a nice try. As Boyd, it's a really long pass. If we could have got that last ball away, we might have scored, but I wasn't expecting such a wide pass. But that is going to be our first game online. It was actually a really good match. We look at the stats. 11 of 11. We didn't make a single error, dude. Incredible stuff. Only 6 mixed tackles as well. Controlled the game. I think in the possession we probably had more than that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Look forward to more online games to come, and I'll see you guys in the next one.